Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Not everyone cares to become highly accomplished. This little talk is for those willing to make the commitment. It reflects what's most often worked among my highly successful clients and what I've learned from reading a number of biographies of the highly accomplished. How am I defining accomplishment? Making a difference professionally. To take psychology examples, because the transcript of this is going to be in psychology today, an effective therapist is certainly accomplished. On a grander scale, a psychologist who develops a new, more effective approach to improving mental health, maybe some combination of gene therapy, pharmaceuticals, and talk therapy, would have, by my definition, accomplished even more. My definition of accomplishment excludes financial success because a person could become rich by selling bad products, treating workers badly, or destroying the environment. The following are what I believe to be the keys to becoming highly accomplished. Of course, feel free to pick and choose or reject them all in favor of ideas that you deem more suitable to you. First, value accomplishment as primary, perhaps even over the vaunted work-life balance. That is the norm among most of the highly accomplished. Treat time as treasure, down to the minute. The highly accomplished realize that a lot can be accomplished or wasted even in a single minute. They take breaks, but mainly shorties, just enough to recharge. Yes, be in the moment. You're more likely to stay motivated by being in the moment rather than looking ahead to the goal. The goal is too far away, and the joy of achieving that goal tends to not last very long. An hour isn't an hour. Many people claim to work long days, but actually are focused and efficient for far fewer hours. Highly accomplished people ever are asking themselves, what's an efficient way to do this? And how perfectionist should I be on this task? They're flexible, with their foot on the perfectionism pedal, sometimes barely touching it, other times pedal to the metal. Identify your key, what I call motivated skills. Those are the skills you're good at and enjoy using. One way to identify them is to list your few favorite accomplishments and look for common threads. A client yesterday did that exercise to discover that she's good at and enjoys bringing together disgruntled, high-powered people to solve problems. Could she become a negotiator, mediator, or even a lobbyist? Identify your core interests, those unlikely to change over some years. What have you long liked talking about, reading about, that you're as interested in as ever? Skirt your weaknesses. Even highly accomplished people aren't infinitely malleable. Adjust your task to maximize time using your strengths and minimize time that use your weaknesses. A client of mine was a top photographer who endlessly procrastinated doing billing and took way too long to get it done. Both of those cost her a fortune. Well, she hired a part-time bookkeeper and voila. Focus. Sure, occasionally generalists prevail, but most highly accomplished so-called generalists first became expert at something long before they were allowed to be a generalist. Just choose something already. As long as the goal is reasonably consonant with your core skills and interests, the specific goal matters less, as long as you're motivated to stay with and with vigor. The cliche is true. Success is 5% inspiration, 95% perspiration. Find and fan a spark, but if none lights, proceed as if there were a spark. Would you love to be proven right? Maybe that's your spark. Prove a naysayer wrong. Maybe that's your spark. Okay, maybe your spark is simply because you want to become rich and maybe famous. Well, a few examples from famous accomplishers. Henry Kissinger's driver was power and praise. Joseph Mengele, believe it or not, was driven at least in part by a desire to be a professor. Nike's founder Phil Knight, a former runner, was motivated mainly because he wanted to win. Sometimes a role model provides a spark, someone you know or someone famous you admire. Maybe you should read their biography. Still can't find a spark? It's usually wise to just pick something, get started, and act as if you were passionate, because often passion comes only from progress. Put the hours in. It's not far from snake oil to assert that you needn't work hard, just work smart. Most highly accomplished people work hard and smart and stay with their targeted area of expertise until they're fully expert. Stay healthy. I know I'm going to be sounding like your mom here, but you got to do the basics. Watch your weight, don't abuse substances, and get those 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Get the best training, especially just-in-time training. Consult good on-target articles and videos, take the best courses, watch masters, and volunteer to work with the master or masters you like best. Ask for honest feedback. Keep learning just in time. That is, learn what you need when you need it rather than en masse. With en masse learning, as in degree programs, you may find too much of it not useful, or by the time you need that learning, you will have forgotten it or it would have become obsolete. Run with winners. Spend time around high-quality colleagues, mentors, and paid consultants and assistants to provide the expertise you need, to provide you with some time, or to cover your weaknesses. Try to quell fear of imposing and embarrassment by practicing your pitch and then realizing that they too have reached out for help at various points in their career. Force instant rebound. Read any biography of an accomplished person, and you'll see that they all suffered major setbacks but didn't allow themselves to wallow. They all forced themselves forward. Churchill was an utter failure in school, called intelligent but slovenly and distractible. He had a lisp. In World War I, he orchestrated the million-man attack at Gallipoli, which cost 500,000 casualties. He suffered lifelong depression. He was kicked out of office as Prime Minister after World War II, yet got re-elected. On a far smaller scale, I am a lifelong pianist who, not long ago, lost the use of 3 fingers. Perhaps you might find inspiring my playing the piano. You can Google Marty Nemko and piano, or specifically, I think it's kind of fun, Marty Nemko and Maple Leaf Rag. And finally, know when to quit. Among the more foolish tips for success is be persistent. It's wiser to know when to continue, pivot, or find a new project. Don't let sunk costs govern the decision. At key points, ask yourself, is my time and money better spent staying the course, adjusting, or picking a new goal? Look, of course, one size doesn't fit all. There are many paths to success. But if you're aiming to be highly accomplished, I do think your odds are improved if you follow the keys that I've just outlined for you. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko. I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and I especially like it if you hit the share button below, share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And in any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.